Hey everybody, it's Larissa from Signal Centers Vision Services. I got a question yesterday that I thought would be interesting to explore. It was, how do you use your Roku if you can't see the screen or if you can't see the remote? So today I thought we should explore some accessibility options and see what they're like. Also, I want to mention that if you do have low vision and you want to sit closer to the TV, you can. We were told as kids that it's dangerous to sit close to the TV, that you'll ruin your eyesight. That's actually a myth. Go ahead and do it if it helps you. So that should solve some problems for some people. Okay, so I'm using the mirror trick right now because I can't flip the camera around when I want to. So anyway, I'm going to move over to the TV screen. And you can see I have my Roku activated here. I turned it on. What I do want to mention before I get started on this is that when you are using a Roku, you're probably going to have to memorize the controls on here. So I would really take some time to know your Roku controller. So know where your back button is, where your home button is, know where your up, down, and left and right buttons are, select, menu, just get to know your controller, get to know your remotes. Yes, you can do some things to put something tactile on there, but nothing really sticks very well, actually. And nothing takes the place of just memorizing your buttons. So really, take some time, jog that skill and learn to memorize where stuff is. Anyway, so once we go into the Roku screen here, I am going to scroll down from home. You might need a little help with this part if you can't see this to begin with. And go to settings. Over in settings, I'm going to scoot over to the next menu and I'm going to go down to accessibility. And then from there, I'm going to scoot over to the next menu. And at the top, there's captions mode. And by the way, you can actually play with your captions and see what works best for you. I don't know how this works in all of the different settings in the Roku, but if that's something that you could play with and let me know what you think. I'm very interested in getting feedback on this. So if I go down to, whoops, I missed it, audio guide. So if I go to audio guide, I can turn that on.
Audio guide enabled.
Okay.
Accessibility, audio guide.
So
on it's radio button, selected, 1 of 2.
Okay. So it's a pretty computerized voice, which could take some getting used to, especially if you don't have great hearing. But as time goes on, you'll get more used to what the different indications are on here. You can
button 5 of 7.
Play with the speech.
Button not selected, 1 of 4. This is what our test would sound like. Cast radio button not selected, 2 of 4. This is what cast would sound like. Normal radio button selected, 3 of 4. This is what normal would sound like. Solo radio button not selected, 4 of 4. This is what solo would sound like. So
you may enjoy starting with slow so you can make out what she's saying. And then as you get more...
Radio button selected, 3 of 4. This is what normal would sound like.
As you become more adept at this, you will probably appreciate speeding things up a little bit. So there's that.
Rate button 5 of volume button 6 of 7. Shortcut button 7 of 7. Enable the shortcut to audio guide. If enabled, audio guide can be toggled by pressing the options button on your remote for consecutive times quickly.
Okay, so these are all things that you can play with and
in settings, audio guide.
Figure out what works for you. You may find that there are times when you want to have this on and times when you don't. So having a shortcut ready will allow you to turn it on at times when you want it and turn it off at times that you don't. I think that's it as far as the initial...
Display high button 5 of 12.
Oh, actually, no, there's one more
Theme.
thing I wanted to
Remote.
mention.
Theme button. 2
Under
of 12.
theme,
Home to. Browse themes button. 1 of 2.
okay, I found
In themes.
yesterday
Home together.
when I,
Button. 6 of 54. In a grid.
when I
Home
was
together.
looking through here that there's
Super.
one that is,
Graphene button 2 of 54 in a grid. Graphene, this sleek, sophisticated theme is perfect for those that just want to keep things simple.
okay, so if we select graphene and
In
then,
graphene, graph, set as theme button. In changing theme dialog, in graphene, revert to default theme button. Press OK to select. Roku, in settings, browse themes button 1 of 2.
so you can see the graphene theme actually puts things in more black and white. So,
Graphene, in main menu, settings button 8 of 8. In main menu, home. In home, redo, button 10 of 16 in a grid.
so it will change some of the things that you can see on there, like the text is white on black, but the other icons are not going to change. So if this helps you some, maybe it even helps to keep the screen from being too bright when you're looking at it. That might be helpful. Anyway, there's other things too. You can always see what you like in there. But again, give me some feedback. Tell me what you think. If you've tried this, if you like it. I haven't really had a chance to play around with it too much because I haven't been using this myself. But at least I can get you started. And, after I get some feedback from you too, that'll help me to know what is working for people and what isn't. So let me know. I always look forward to hearing from you, and we will see you later.